Hey guys, my name is Eugene, and in this video we are gonna automate Spark procedures in BigQuery with dbt. This is a second video in the series about Spark stored procedures in BigQuery. For those who didn't watch the first part, just a quick recap. There we have created a stored procedure in BigQuery using GCP UI. And the issue with that approach is that it's not automated at all. You do everything through UI, and it's not actually like the way that I would recommend you to do during your day-to-day job. Because we need some automation here. And in this second part, as I said, we are gonna set everything up in dbt. It's not gonna be a perfect approach. I think the best approach to do it will be in the third part with Terraform. But anyway, in many cases, this dbt approach would be absolutely sufficient. So without further ado, let's begin. And obviously this video is for those of you that are already familiar with BigQuery and Spark procedures. If you're hearing about it for the first time, I highly recommend check out the first part of the series where we did everything in GCP UI. And also I have an article on Medium that goes in depth about all that. In the video description, you will find a link to this public GitHub repository, and in that repository, I have an example of everything that you will see in this video, and in the README, you'll find instructions how to set it up. It's a pretty short list of instructions. I'm sure that after you look at the first part, which is this video, if you didn't watch it already, you'll be good to go to follow this guide. Or if you're familiar already with BigQuery and Spark stored procedures, you can skip the first part and look into this automation video right away. So let's begin. So this is like a starter dbt project with all the default stuff that they add here. So there are models that just to showcase dbt schema file. Here I have made two additions. I have added the public table that we are gonna need, this public Shakespeare table from samples dataset. All the rest, snapshots, all the seeds, all that kind of stuff, it's empty because I just set up this dbt project just for the purpose of this procedure. In the dbt project YAML, you'll have to update this part. We have variables here, Spark service account prefix, Spark connection name, Spark dataset where we are gonna write results of the procedure execution, and Spark Google Cloud Storage bucket. If you followed again the first part where we did it in GCP UI, you already have the service account, the dataset, the storage bucket, and the connection. If you didn't follow the first part, then you have to create these things right now. And here is the main idea how we are going to do it. We're going to leverage dbt macros to create and run a stored procedure. Here is the file with the macros and procedure. We are going to walk through it right now, but I want to add a few words just about the setup of this automation. So as I mentioned, the procedure itself lives in the dbt macro, and my guess is most of you have, if you use dbt, otherwise I guess you wouldn't watch this video, you have your daily jobs running somewhere in dbt cloud or in GitHub Actions. For example, at my company, we run it in a GitHub Actions workflow daily. So the idea is pretty straightforward. We have it in the macro, and then we just add a step in the GitHub workflow pipeline to run it on a daily basis. Or if you prefer not to automate it and just to have it to run ad hoc on demand, you can store it within your dbt project. And despite the fact that I think that this is not a perfect approach, storing it in a dbt macro, but it for sure has its advantages. And the main one to me personally is that the procedure lives with all the rest of your data transformation code. And it's nice because when you think of something, you need to fix something, you know that all your data transformations are within one repository, and there are no other places where you have to go and look for the thing that you need to update or for the thing that might be broken. And now let's walk through the macro. So we define a macro. I created a file run word count stored procedure.sql in macros/procedures folder. Here we define a macro run word count stored procedure. So first thing, we are leveraging variables in dbt projects to reduce boilerplate code and to reuse things. So we get a Spark dataset and we add the procedure name, how we are gonna call it. Then we define a variable sp_sql, and inside this variable we basically just construct a SQL statement that is going to create or replace a procedure. Using Jinja syntax, we pass a name here. We add an external security invoker for the custom service account. We assign a connection to this stored procedure. Here you can see I use target project. In this particular example, it's not important because we have just one project, but in production workflow, you could have a project like Spark procedure and Spark procedure dev, and by using this dbt target.project, you would be able to differentiate during the run between prod and dev the region, and it also actually could be a part of dbt project YAML, and a Spark connection name. Yeah, I have showed you this part in the beginning. It's right here in the variables. These are these guys. Options, engine Spark, language Python, and here we define the code of the procedure. Yeah, right in the SQL part, we write Python code. And this is actually why I think this is not a perfect approach, because yeah, you have to write your Python code inside SQL file. You don't get any syntax highlighting or anything. Of course, you could just copy it and create a file, procedure.py, paste it here, and it would be better because you would do some syntax highlighting, autocomplete, and everything. Yeah, but if you leverage some variables from variables, you would have to reference it like this, and obviously you would see errors because there is no such thing in Python, because here we are using dbt features for that. Yeah, I tried to do it better, to maybe find some Jinja syntax way to have it as a separate file, and then just to write some code here to import it to the macros file, the whole Python file here, right here in the string. But I think it's not possible because dbt does not allow you to use like raw Jinja stuff here to import the file. Yeah, so I couldn't find a better way. If you know how to do it better, I would be very glad to see it in the comments and learn. And back to the code. Essentially, it's the same procedure as we had in the first video. We define Spark session. We read the public BigQuery table into a data frame. Then we do some transformations. We group by column word, and then we count of word counts, and we get a total word count. Then we print it. We show the results, and we print schema, and then we write the results to BigQuery. Here again, I want to emphasize where I use the variable from dbt project YAML. So we get the dataset, we set the table name, a mode override, so it will recreate the table, and some log statement that it wrote to BigQuery. And then we coalesce to one in order to have just one partition and write it to BigQuery, to Google Cloud Storage bucket in the file word count output dbt.csv. We have a header and mode override again, and that's it. So in that statement, we define this string, basically SQL code that creates store procedure. Then we use this dbt function run query. So at this part, this query that we define here will be executed, but it will just create the procedure. It will not execute it. In the next statement, we are gonna execute it. So task SQL, I just named it like this. Here we set the service account for the procedure. Again, variables are coming from project YAML. We use target project to construct the full service account email. Then we set a staging dataset for the procedure to create a temporary procedure instance. I set it to the same Spark dataset, and then we just call this procedure. Procedure name is right here. And then we log the beginning of execution and execute the query. With that, I think this is it. Let's try to run it. And we are gonna run it right now with the dbt run operation command. So dbt run operation and the name of your macro. So this is the way how you run macros in CLI with dbt. So it started. You see the log statement starting Spark procedure run. It's this one. And again, it's gonna take several minutes, the same as with the approach through UI, because most of the time goes into setting up the Spark cluster. And it's done. So it started at 9:24, it's now 9:26, so it took 2 minutes to run. Now let's verify the results. All right, so here is BigQuery, the Spark procedure dataset, and let's refresh it. And here is the table word count output dbt that was just created. Let's look at it. Yeah, word and total word count. We also wrote results to Google Cloud Storage bucket, and here as well we have our output file. So apparently it worked, and worked pretty well. And if you're particularly interested in how to automate this dbt run operation command as a part of your GitHub Actions workflow, check out this blog post that I wrote. It will cover everything that we had in this video, plus the part with GitHub Actions workflow. Yeah, so check it out. And also, if you feel kind of not comfortable with the whole BigQuery and Spark Store procedures, also I highly recommend checking out the article on Medium, the first part. If you want to take a short break from coding and just relax a bit, then I recommend you to check out my one of the latest videos, A Day in the Life, where I showed how I live my Monday working remotely as a data engineer. Check it out, I would be very curious to see what you think about it. With that, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.